I had this topic on my list, Cheetos today, not sponsored. I had this topic on my list over the summer. I'm not sure if I actually talked about it or if I deleted it. I could go back and look, but I'm not going to. Social media. It just sucks you in. YouTube specifically. I said long and long ago about how I never wanted to turn this YouTube thing into a money-making venture, and I still don't. But the more YouTube I watch, the more I care about how my videos are coming across. And it's not something that I want to care about, but I do. I find myself looking at views and looking at likes and reading comments. And yes, I'm putting information out there for the public to consume. And so it only makes sense that if they are interacting with it, I should interact back. But how much is too much? Because at some point it becomes more than a hobby. It becomes a job. Not a job that I'm being paid for, but a task that I have to complete in order to feel as though I've completed it. And here I sit saying, okay, Cheetos, not sponsored, as if I'm hoping that someday Cheetos will sponsor me. I don't expect a 1 to 3 minute video a day to gain me any sort of big following, but I did notice today that I now have 29 subscribers to this channel of people that evidently care enough about what I had to say at one point that they want to hear more. And I see that, it gives me a sense of responsibility to those people to complete that task, to deliver the content that they're expecting in a way that they're expecting to see it. Does that give me any sort of authority on the things that I'm saying? No. I was listening to a podcast today that said society, or humans in general, expect that any sort of published media didn't say that the people expect, but that media that is published, books, newspaper articles, videos, television, they expect those things to be done in some sort of authority. They expect the creators of that content to have authority on what they're talking about. Folks, most of what I say is garbage. It's my opinion. It's nothing to be taken seriously, except for the very few instances where I feel like I have a service to provide to society on how to make them better people. But nothing that I'm delivering here is done with my authority. Like, I'm not saying that because I say it, you have to do it. It's just what I'm presenting. And yet, I feel obligated to do it because I think there's an audience there that wants to see it. And I feel like I need to make it better for them to want to continue to see it. Why do I want them to want to? I don't know. This is not for the audience. This is for me to get out my thoughts and feelings without being interrupted or scoffed at. And you think, oh, putting it on the internet is not the best way to avoid being scoffed at. But again, I don't care what the comments say. And yet, at the same time, I do, because I'm going to reply to them and respond to them and like them and enjoy reading them, however positive or negative they may be. It's just an interesting paradox. I want to do well at this, and yet I don't want it to become my life. That's all. Bye.